Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I've got a little bit further with this little jacket for Sue. I'm onto done the green part. It's knitted all in one, the back and the two fronts, and it's supposed to measure 20 inches. Now I've knitted halfway across and folded it, and it's going to be more like a 22-inch, so it's supposed to be for 3 to 6 month baby. And I am doing it on 275 needles, 375 needles, what the pattern says. But I think it's going to come out a little bit wider than 20 inches. Should have maybe done the, what they said was 0 to 3 months. To me, I think is more like a 3 to 6 month. This is probably more like a 6 to 9 months, so it'll last a bit longer. And the blue I'm using is, I have a label for it somewhere. Oh, there. This is the Wilco's own brand, double knit yarn. It says it's 100% acrylic, a lightweight double knit yarn, ideal for lightweight blankets, cardigans and jumpers. And it says 4mm needles and hook. And the size, the rows, 10 centimeters is 30 rows and 22 stitches, which is the same as any other double knitting on 4mm needles. But according to this pattern, I get the same number of stitches and rows with using 375 needles. But anyway, this is only one I'm doing. I'll sort it out afterwards if I do any more, whether I need to change the sizes. So that's a little bit of that. And I also got, I suppose you could call it a little bit Happy Meal yesterday. I got a card from Janet, who I done the big 52-inch Aran cardigan for, and she did message me and tell me not to send it until she sent me cash through the post, and not to send the cardigan until I got the money. But I did wait, like you said, Janet, but I would have sent it anyway because I trust you. I know I've knitted for you before. So anyway, she says, "Dear Sheila, thanks for knitting my cardigan. It's very much appreciated. You take so much care with everything you make. Thank you, Janet." And she says money was enclosed. "And hope you like the sweets. They are buttermint flavour." I've got them in my tin here. I keep my sweets in this tin that was sent on my birthday. But these are the sweets. Now, if you can see what it says on there. Got a heart in the middle and it says thank you. This is like the you know, the Blackpool rock you got with all the writing in the middle, but it's sliced. Slices of light rock with the writing in the middle. And I have had one or two, Janet, and they're all nice. That I keep my handy, that little tin I got off one of my subscribers for my birthday, and I just put all my sweets in, and there's quite a lot of them, as you can see. It was quite a bag full it came in a bag like that, so you can imagine how many there is. I haven't weighed them, but I'm going to have to stop eating so many sweets, you know, because I'm putting weight on something terrible. And it's all these sweets that everybody keeps sending to me, you know, whatever it is. And that was the packet that, it's like a small Happy Meal. I'll put my little card down there. And I have got a little bit more of the black done. I managed to do this yesterday. until I didn't have to put the light on till late, but I have found a way to see the stitches a little bit better, because I had made a mistake on the I'll put it right, but I had made a mistake on the rib, and I could not see. I had knitted 2 knit stitches together instead of, when I was going across the row, instead of knit 1 purl one, I must have knit 2 knit stitches, and it knocked the rib out halfway across the row. But I was trying to check across to see where I had made that mistake, and I could not see it on here. And then I remembered something. Ew. I got this for my birthday of my granddaughter. I already have a large one, not on a stand and that for anything I need to do it. But she thought this one would be a bit handier, for you can just plug it onto your table. Well, the only thing is, I've got my coffee table in front of me. You can't see it here, but I just plug it into the edge of my coffee table, and it's not ideally, an ideal one would be looking over at what I'm knitting. But I plugged it into my, well, it's one of those things, you know, bulldog clip things. I clipped it onto my, excuse me, you're a bit tickly. I clipped it onto my coffee table, the edge of my coffee table. And when I was knitting, it was like that. And I didn't have the light on all the time, but if I wanted to see to make sure it was okay, I switched the light on and I could see it perfectly under here. So I will have to get something that, either the one I've got on my stand, maybe I can stand it and hold it over, you know, flat like that, so it goes over where I'm knitting when I'm doing anything with black. But it was a lot easier once I got past the rib. Put that back down there under my table. It was much easier once I got past the rib on the black, because it was just all one stitch I'm doing, because that's all I'm doing it in, and stocking stitch, because there's no way I can do any pattern on black. It's not just the eyes, it's just hard to see what I'm doing on it. And then, like I'm saying, I have this one. I haven't done any more of this one yet, because I managed okay last night with the black one. But I don't want to do any more on this one just yet, because I'm going to start a tutorial on this one. It's a 42-inch. And so when I get a little bit more of this done, I'm going to start the tutorial. But it'll be in little bits, but it won't go up until I've got the whole thing in one video. So it'll be a 42-inch basket stitch, small basket stitch cardigan. And I have done knit 2 purl 2 rib, which means that I'm going to have to do a band, the 2 bands up the, there's going to be a button up, so I'm going to have to do the 2 bands sideways, because you can't do a knit 1 purl 1 rib. It's going to look odd on this, so I will have to do it that way. So anyone that might want to follow along with this, if you want to do it, the band is just knit 1 rib, knit 1 purl 1 rib, so you can do a band like this that you stitch on. That'll be fine, but I'll explain that in the video when I start doing it. I have just started a little bit and told how many stitches I've cast on, but I didn't explain about the knit 1 purl 1 rib, so I'll add a little bit band in the knit 1 purl 1 rib, so I'll add a little bit extra to that when I start doing it. And I am making this video a little bit earlier today, because I'm going down my granddaughter's this afternoon and the kids are on holiday. I'm bound to get a message off Craig to come down earlier. But I know I sometimes have to babysit on a Wednesday, because sometimes he has an appointment at the job centre. You know, he's waiting on he's had an interview for some job. He's waiting to hear from that, but he might have to go down the job centre again, and you have to see, I don't know what you call them, somebody that tells you what you should or shouldn't be doing when you're on the door. And then I usually have to babysit 2 of them. If the older one, Frankie, does weightlifting, whether he's going to be his weightlifting, and then babysit them again when he goes to pick Cheryl up from work, because she's at work on a Wednesday. Sometimes I see her before I go home. It all depends on how many customers she has, because she is self-employed and a lot of her customers in the shop want her, not the other girls, because she's very good at what she does. So it all depends how many customers of her own customers she has, and in this, it's a shop, it's a salon like that. So I thought I'd better get this video done a little bit earlier today, because it's only about 9:30 at the moment, just in case I get a message to come down earlier, which I often do when the kids are on holiday and Craig's looking after them. So that's just my little update today. I'm doing what I can on this little cardigan. I might take this down with me when I go to my granddaughter's, because it's just plain knitting. There's not much mistake I can make. It's just stocking stitch. The rest, the only part that was, this part was moss stitch. That was the only difference. In the rest of the pattern is just all stocking stitch, so I wouldn't have any trouble with the kids doing this, and it usually ends up getting put away anyway, because Eddie usually drags out he has a box with all the Thomas the Tank Engine track and everything, and I usually get the box shoved into my legs to help him, so he knows I'll get up and help him put the track up. And you spend all that time putting that track up. He lets a train run around it about once and then go and does something else. I wouldn't help him last time. Eventually did, but I kept telling him I wasn't going to do it, because he doesn't play with it when you put it up. And it's just a nuisance on the floor. It takes up all the floor because there's a lot of track. But that's kids for you. So that's my little bit for today. And I'm just going to knit what I can before I get any messages. Preferably have some lunch before I go down. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you all again another day. So bye for now.